It's currently 8 o'clock and I got 8% battery left. But I wanted to talk to y'all about something that's very important to me, and it's called consistency. Consistency truly makes a lifestyle. If I had to compare the version of myself about 8 months ago to the version I am today, the difference is insurmountable. And it's because of one thing: repetition. Just like Lil Wayne said, repetition is the father of learning, truly. You want to be good at something, you want to be the best at it, you must continuously do it. I think my biggest thing that I've learned from just repetition and making reps in terms of my content, in terms of just work in general, is just that it sucks sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to love to be there or like to do it, but ultimately, what you should think about is kind of like what you're working for, right? And if you're in pursuit of kind of like what you're working for, an overarching kind of goal for what you want, then it makes it a whole lot easier. I know everybody hates studying, me included. I hate studying, even though I am an academic. But it's because, like, it sucks. And the reality is that you will still fail that exam if you don't do that thing that you hate, or at least dislike, you know? And that's the pain of life sometimes. You have to make decisions, or you have to do things that you don't necessarily like, but it's because you're doing it for a grander purpose of like what you want. It's helping you to get that job or that lifestyle that you truly think that you deserve or that you want to live. And that's why I do a lot of the things that I do with content. Some people ask me, why do you continuously keep going? I've made no money from YouTube, at least. I've made $0. How long I've been on YouTube? 2 years. I've been on YouTube for 2 years, but more so than the consistency, more so than the just repetitive aspect of me uploading and stuff, it comes from something even greater than even consistency. It comes from passion. I want to say that consistency is the father of learning, or practice is the father of learning, whatever I said. But unless you have a overarching kind of, man, what's the word? Passion. Then I think you should kind of rework about what you're kind of working towards or what you're doing. I was kind of saying the whole thing about doing things that you don't like, right? But if you're doing things that you don't like and it's reaching you to a point in your life where you feel like you're not going to like that either, then you probably shouldn't do that thing. And I'm being so dead honest with you. Maybe some of y'all are graduating college or barely getting into high school. Some of y'all are graduating high school. I want you to think about what you want to do with your life, what the things that you enjoy. Because ultimately, people are like, I don't want to make my hobby my job. But if you're doing things that you love, it doesn't feel like work. I'm in a fucking field right now. This is a real field. This is not AI. This is real. And like I said, it is like probably getting towards like 8:10 right now. The sun is coming down on me. But I do these things because I love it. I enjoy it. So I tell you to kind of seek or think about things that you genuinely enjoy to do, things that you love. And if you can do that and work towards it and ultimately get that job, I wish you all the success. And I want you to let me know. Man, I started off this about consistency and now I'm getting on to purpose again. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Sometimes it's just, I just do me. I just do whatever I kind of feel like I need to do. I work so hard and I kind of think about the things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis because I want to be the man I always thought of being, the man I always dreamed of being. That to me is what makes me live, what makes me breathe. I want to reach that version of myself that doesn't exist yet. And even then, I want to set another goal of another person that doesn't exist because I never want to stop this journey. I talk about how, you want to reach that overarching goal, but I feel like we should really be thinking about lifelong things. What is the lifelong thing that I want to stick true to and continuously do? For me, at least, it's being a good person. I feel like making an impact on one person's life makes an insurmountable change within the world. One really interesting thing that I heard from when I was first applying to universities, I heard something from a Rice alum. Shout out Rice University. Shout out Houston. Anyways, he told me this. He asked me, you know, how do you want to change the world? Or something along those lines. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this big company or this product, this service that's going to change everything. And I want to impact so many people's lives and I want to do all these grand things. And he's like, that's amazing. That's great. I love that for you. But let me tell you this. The impact that you make in one person's life ultimately makes a grand and world impacting thing. The impact that you make in one person's life, whether it's with your attitude or your actions, it can affect them for lifelong, for a lifelong time. And then that person will go on to affect other people. And then that person goes on to affect other people. And this whole conglomeration of a butterfly effect that ultimately spreads good and kindness. And from that moment forward, I started thinking about how I wanted to lead my life, and it was by being good. And I said, hey, I want to be good. So yeah, consistency creates a lifestyle. And continuously do the things that you want to do for an overarching kind of goal or thing that you want to do for your work or your life. But also set some type of goals that you kind of will never reach. Because honestly with you, the journey is the best part. Everyone loves to see the fast results, the goals, but then they lose the whole part of why you even did it in the first place. And it was to go through the turmoil, to get those lessons, to learn. And even though right now I'm not necessarily where I want to be, I know I'll get there because I enjoy what I'm doing. Anyways, I love y'all so much. I appreciate it. Let me just break the fourth wall real fast. Holy, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, let me clip this on real fast. Oh, fourth wall breaking right now. I'm in this fucking field. Last thing I'm gonna say to y'all, I usually do a last message. I'm gonna make my last message right now. You're never gonna truly experience life. You're never really gonna enjoy life if you're just sitting idly. So go do that thing that you want to do and experience life. There's so much to experience. There's so much to learn from. So let's do it, man. I'm ready, bro. Let's do it. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh, I'm a LARPer. Okay. Anyways, I'll catch y'all. Appreciate it.